everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play of the Hiveswap Friendsims. Last time, or yesterday, not quite yesterday, we did the first volume with Ardetta and Damon. Yeah, Damon. Which is very fun. There's the mystery of, the biggest takeaway from that is the mystery of Ardetta's, hidden sign. At least that's the thing that interests me quite a bit about her. But yeah, I have some thoughts on that, but we can save those for another time. So now it's time for Volume 2. Tonight we will just be doing these 4 characters. 2 volumes, 4 characters, Volume 2 and 3. And we will start with these 2 lovely trolls right here. Volume 2 of Aesthetics, Crimson and Otherwise. Stumble through the streets of the blah blah blah. Oh wait, this is slightly different than before. That intro was slightly different than it was in the first volume. I'll read it next time. So who have we got here? We've got Amisia Erdehn, and Suriva Hermod. Okay, well, she looks nice. So we're just going to start with her because, well, 1, she looks more fun, and 2, she's on the left, so, you know, just going to do them in a semi-order. But of course, she looks sweet, she looks like a cinnamon roll, but we all know what troll paint really is, so I'm not so sure that this lady is as innocent as she appears. We shall see. We shall see. Amisia Erdehn. Let's see what you've got for us, little girl. Lo, what light through yonder organic architecture breaks? A small figure approaches. Oh. Oh my gosh. You are so... So far you've swallowed quite a few insults in regards to your looks and intelligence level. You aren't really the type to let the shallow opinions of others get you down, but it's been kind of a rough day. You brace yourself. Cute! Oh. She gives you a sweet, sincere smile. I've never seen anything like you. 2 U's. Interesting. It's giving me all sorts of new ideas. Boy, do you hope some of those ideas are about friendship. Now that you've got a taste of it, you are hungry for more. You take a stumbling step forward, and your ribs remind you that although the potential of camaraderie is enough to improve your mental health, it can't cure acute injuries. Oh, you don't look so good. Come inside. I've been looking for new contributors. This is already getting ominous. Contributors? Could she mean friendship contributors? No, that's dumb. I'm afeared of this little troll painter. Maybe she runs some sort of alien newspaper and she wants you on staff. She looks a little young for that, but what the heck do you know about alien management hierarchy? The power of friendship is not medically potent. Indeed it is not. You follow her to a nearby building, and now that you're looking up from your ravenous hunt for companionship, you notice that you've wandered into a kind of an upscale part of town. There's a lot less garbage and people collapsing in the streets. You see those spiky robot things, but they're washing the window instead of shooting a laser at a group of children. If that's not high class, you don't know what is. Before you can follow her inside, she turns around in the threshold, blocking your way. Real quick, you don't happen to be an artist, do you? Artistry? Well, as a matter of fact... Honestly, not sure what the correct answer is here. Well, yeah, it is exactly your whole deal, but you've been known to dabble. I know you've never had much of a knack for it. I think this is the correct answer. I think she's worried about me being a rival. I think. Well, we'll see. So since this is the correct answer, I'm going to choose the other one. Oh, I see how it is. Well, you aren't going to sneak roll any trade sequence out of me. Goodbye. Yep, that's what I thought. You completely blew it? Whoops, that's not the wrong one. Loading is the option. Okay. Tell her no, you've never had much of a knack for it. Oh, good. Friendships between artists can be so fraught. Much better to just keep things between artists and art appreciators. That way no one can get jealous. The girl's smile widens even further, and you feel an unbelievable rush of joy. Have you finally found someone who isn't a total fucking maniac? Nope, I wouldn't get my hopes up. And she brought up friendship without you having to mention it at all. It puts a spring in your step, or as much of a spring as possible with a broken arm and misaligned torso. Amisia leads you into an elevator with buttons labeled in spiky letters that make absolutely no sense to you. You realize that probably nothing is ever going to make sense to you ever again. That's okay, your hierarchy of needs has adjusted recently. Your new friend, you are jumping the gun with this descriptor, but you're feeling seriously good about this encounter, stands in the corner of the elevator, wringing her claws. I wish I'd known I was going to have company. I would have cleaned up a little. It's been a while since I've met anyone new. She is adorable. I can't wait till she tries to kill us. You assure her that whatever disaster her house is, it can't be any worse than some of the other places you've seen here. Well, you kind of get what she means. She's wearing an artist's smock that's covered in splashes of paint. You're half right. Actually, it doesn't really look like paint. It couldn't be anything else, could it? It's every color of the rainbow. Oh, MSPA reader, you poor, poor naive bastard. The elevator door slides open and you step into a space that you're relieved to find is totally recognizable. A table overflows with messy palettes and brushes, cloudy jars of water and sponges, several easels stand beside the window to catch the light of the two moons, and a number of canvases lean against the wall, turned so that you can't see what's on them. First things first. Amisia brings you over to a wall screen that looks way more high-tech than anything you have on your now defunct spaceship. Tapping away at a series of unreadable symbols, she then indicates you should take off your sling. Here. Go ahead and stick it in there. Oh no. She seems to want you to put your injured arm into a large hole in the wall, which you do because you're sure your new friend has your best interests at heart. The hole shrinks down like a blood pressure cuff, sending bolts of agony through you. Ow. You want to yank your arm back, but you don't. Even if it's broken, you still like having it attached to you. Instead, you shout a lot and thrash your other limbs around. Calm down, you big wriggler. It's like you've never seen a medicalizer before. If you don't stop moving, it won't work. Tears spill down your cheeks, but you force yourself still. You'll bear the pain. You'll do it for your friend. She's looking at you hopefully, and she's so delicate and pretty, almost angelic. You look at her face and tell yourself it's all going to be okay. You shouldn't tell yourself that. That's a mistake. Finally, the hole releases you and you pull your arm back to find it completely healed. Oh, how about that? You can move your fingers. Doesn't even hurt anymore. Hey, things are looking up. See? I told you. This is great. You are overwhelmed with the urge to celebrate. Alright. Let's see, chill or excited? The thing I've noticed with these choices, because this was kind of the trend with the first two, was that there's one choice that sounds like reasonable, and then one choice that sounds like kind of a little bit, just a little bit crazy. And it's usually the little bit crazy option, which is the correct one. So I think get excited and dance with your new friend around the room is the correct choice. So, as per usual, we will be picking the other one. Let's just be chill. Be chill. No biggie. It's no big. You thank Amisia profusely, but you managed to keep it in the strictly verbal sort. Medicalizers are great. This part of the city is great. You really need to get more rich friends. You tell her this, throwing in a compliment of her studio while you're at it. See, this friendship stuff is easy. I'm glad you feel that way. You're obviously really strange and under-socialized. But you don't seem to be a complete cultural idiot. Plus, I think it's really endearing how helpless and trusting you are. That laugh. You laugh, slightly unnerved. You want to take that as a compliment, but after a recent encounter with another girl in blue... Well, it all ended up okay. And Amisia is so nice and friendly. And she keeps calling you cute, which you think is pretty generous of her, considering what a disgusting mess you are at this point. Alright, so Volume 1 is semi-canon, so there is like an actual ongoing arc here. It's interesting now that I think about it, that... Now that I think about it, it is a little weird that Ardata is a blue blood, you know, another blue blood, but she's apparently living in the slums, given what we are being told here. So that's interesting. I'll have to file that away for later when I'm trying to guess what her sign is. Anyway, back to this. Well, it all ended up okay, and Amisia is so nice and friendly, and she keeps calling you cute. And you think it's pretty generous of her, considering what a disgusting mess you are at this point. Speaking of low bloods, what's your blood color? Here we go. Just out of curiosity. Blood color? You aren't really sure what she's talking about, but red? You tell her it's red. She looks a little disappointed. I've got plenty of burgundy. Oh well. Good thing I have a delivery coming soon. Hey, do you think you could help me set a few things up before they get here? Hey? Visitors? As in plural? As in multiple potential friends? Oh, hell yes! You're all over that, especially considering your newly healed arm. You're anxious to display all the simple motor functions you can perform. Amisia gives you another radiant smile. You live for those smiles, man. They're just... Hi, cat. Cat, get down. You're being a nuisance. An adorable nuisance. There. Idiot. Good grief. You live for those smiles, man. They're just so full of the glowing nectar of bromance. Not so sure about that. Perfect. Let's do this. Work always goes faster with two pairs of hands, after all. Yes, absolutely it does. And even if by that she seems to mean her hands are painted... Yes, absolutely it does. And even if by that she seems to mean her hands are pointing while she tells you where to put things, you're totally fine with that. Your ribs are still kind of killing you, but you swallow down the pain. You're getting pretty good at that. Too bad you can't stick your whole torso into that medical science fiction hole in the wall. Well, maybe you could, but not right now. Right now you've got a friend to help. Amisia instructs you to clear all the furniture to the edges of the room and lay down a big purple tarp. Apparently tarps aren't blue on this planet. Oh boy, here we go. Amisia answers her phone and then buzzes open the apartment door. She runs over to the elevator with a squeal of delight. They're here! Oh, it's adorable. We're going to kill some people. Sorry, I'm getting so giggly about this. It's just been a while since I've had any new paints. Wait, paints? That's what's coming? Oh yes, here we go. Here we go. Now that you think about it, there is something pretty crucial missing from this whole artist aesthetic she's got going here. There aren't any paints. No tubes dribbling colors or pots with their tops left partially unscrewed. There aren't even any pencils. There is paint right there in the background. Maybe they should have, yeah, it's like right there behind her. Maybe they should have gotten together with the background artist on that one. The elevator opens and two trolls come in. They have pretty similar shaped horns and are almost the exact same height. Brothers? Do trolls have brothers? From their uniforms and the douchey, swaggery way they walk, you get the idea that they are some sort of law enforcement. That and the third troll in handcuffs they are dragging behind them. Thank you, guys! You always bring me the best materials. They don't say anything. They just bring the third troll to the center of the tarp and force him into a kneeling position. Then they bow to Amisia and leave the way they came. This is what I came here for. This doesn't look great. Even before Amisia runs out of the room and comes back with an axe the size of her whole body, you are not loving this. The troll in the tarp trembles and bites back a sob, but they don't say anything or try to run. She isn't really going to do what it looks like, is she? Oh yes. You can't bring yourself to believe that this cute little alien girl is going to straight up axe murder a dude right in front of you? Oh yes. Do it. Presumably to finger paint with their blood. Yes, that's exactly what's gonna happen. That is exactly what's gonna happen. Beware the cute ones. This is our new Nepeta. This is our new apex predator. You stammer something to this effect. Amisia laughs. Well, I don't use my fingers. Not a fucking animal. She considers you for a few moments, tapping a claw against her mouth. I know. You can help me. I only ever let one person help with my work. And she's out of town right now. Oh, is this going to be another troll we meet sometime later? Probably. But you and I have a connection. You feel it too, right? You do. God, you do. You've been feeling it so much lately, for everyone you meet. You thought you had maybe come across someone who would readily accept your platonic longings without putting you through the ringer first. You do want to help me, don't you? You do. You want that more than anything. Amisia looks at you solemnly. Why don't you do the honors? Oh dear. She holds out her axe. Female treated... Yeah. What was it that John said, that all lady trolls are crazy? Yep, see, he had a point there. She holds out her axe. I wouldn't offer this to just anyone. But I can tell how special you are. You're trembling? The troll in the tarp is also trembling, but unlike you, they seem to have accepted their fate. Slowly, inevitably, you hold out your hand for the axe. Amisia gives it to you with a smile. God damn it, you forgot about your broken ribs. And that you're a human and can't just pick up gigantic fucking axes with one hand. You drop it and it bounces away from you, like, way more than you think an axe should probably bounce. You look up at Amisia from where you are doubled over with pain and shame. She laughs and scampers over to retrieve the axe, once again swinging it up without any signs of strain. She doesn't even have any visible muscles. What is this girl made out of? She's made out of awesome, is what she is. How silly of me. You seem so culturally advanced that for a second I forgot about your natural inferiority. Here, I'll give you a second chance. You nod. Yes, please. A second chance that does not include committing gruesome murder. Usually I just use chains, but I've got a better idea. Oh God. You get what she wants you to do. You hesitate and Amisia's smile gets even sweeter. Sweet like poison. Oh? You don't want to help me? The tarp crinkles underneath you as you kneel. You grasp the troll's shoulders and mumble an apology. They continue to say nothing. Amisia is sharpening her axe, which already looks pretty damn sharp. Hold on tight. You try. You really do. The problem is you try to hold on tight, but at the same time you're trying to drag the troll out of the way. Some buried instinct to try and preserve life rising up inside you. You're weak and injured, though, so all you end up doing is just flopping both of you a little to the side. Well, now we know what their blood color was. Instead of coming down on the neck in a clean slice, Amisia's axe glances off at the troll's collarbones, mortally wounding them, but instead of killing them outright. And now you know why they have not been begging for their life. They don't have a tongue, so they can't beg, but they sure can yell, and thrash, and bleed olive green alien blood all over you in the tarp. God, there's so much blood. It's just spurting everywhere. Jesus Christ, you're such an idiot. Why couldn't you just commit? Aww. Now you're covered in dying alien, and so is everything else. Amisia, the work table, and most direly, the canvases lean against the wall. Oh no! Amisia takes one look at them and lets out a wail of rage. I can't believe this! I let you into my hive, into my life. I was planning to let you into my pusher. Okay. I thought you were a refined sophisticate. But now I see you're just a Philistine. She gives you a shove towards the elevator. Your ribs are screaming and so is the bleeding troll. You try to babble an explanation. Forget it. I don't want to hear any of your excuses. Chahoot was right. Chahoot. Make it filing that name away for later. If you want someone killed right, you have to kill them yourselves. You ride the elevator back down, kneeling in a pool of blood and failure. Terrible at murder. Alright. Well, there we go. That's how that ended. Okay, and now for the correct approach. Get excited and dance your new friend around the room. Quirk typo. Oh yeah, that's right, she did miss a U there. Ah well. Excuses, excuses. You try to resist the urge to celebrate. You fail to resist the urge. You take Amisia by her tiny hands and twirl her around the studio. Or you try to. You forget about your busted ribs. You sure are doing that a lot. You let go of Amisia and go careening into one of the tables. Thankfully not the one covered in art supplies. You hit the corner and go down to your already incredibly sore ass. This is what you get for acting like a huge fucking tool in front of your new friend. Are you okay? Was that some sort of ritualistic rite of healing I've never heard of before? You shrug against the floor. Amisia leans down and picks you up in a bridal carry, despite the fact that she's about half your size. Makes your rib hurt, but what doesn't nowadays? Amisia lays you down in a weird, lumpy couch. Are you sure you're okay? You look a little... She trails off to nothing. She's looking at your left arm, which you just draped over yourself awkwardly to sort of try to hold your torso together. That color. At first you think she means the color of your skin, which is different than her light gray. Then you think she means the truly fantastic buffet of bruises you got going on. But then you realize that in your prancing idiocy you've managed to scrape up the inside of your blood. The inside of your arm, blood oozes sluggishly from the wound. Amisia drags a finger through it. You're half expecting her to put it in her mouth, and for this to become a whole cannibal situation. Well, since you aren't the same species, it really wouldn't be cannibalism, but still, no thanks. Instead, Amisia just holds her finger up, the drop of blood trembling on the tip. This color, it's a much brighter red than she's probably used to, so that's exciting for her. I've never seen anything like it. If my theory is correct, Carcat doesn't even exist right now, so... yeah. Mutant candy red blood is very rare on this planet. She dashes off to one of her tables, pulling over a sketchbook and dragging her finger down it. Your blood paints a rusty line down the center. She lets out a little squeal of excitement. This is... amazing! What? Red? Not red! There's a million dirty little rusties swarming all over the city. I'm drowning in red. This is... crimson! It's incredible! You must be some sort of mutant. You're really lucky I found you instead of one of the drones. Lucky you? Yes, very lucky. Luckiest. The arm is healed and you're out of whatever doubtless weird weather happens in this planet. Maybe Amisia's right. Maybe you are lucky. You close your eyes and try to breathe. Zen yourself out. Really center yourself on your new body and on your own body and all that garbage. Then you open your eyes and wow, you sure aren't centered anymore. I love this girl. I love the murderous trolls. What can I say? In fact, you roll completely to the left as you try to get away from Amisia, who is back and standing over you with a gigantic axe. Watch out! Amisia grabs you, dragging you back into the couch, and plants your hand on your solar plexus, effectively pinning you down. You'll hurt yourself if you keep flopping around like a bleached blubber beast. You want to be friends, don't you? You want to help me with my artistic aspirations, right? You get the feeling that she might be trying to manipulate you, just the tiniest little suspicion. It's possible Amisia has recognized your intrinsic craving for companionship and is trying to exploit it. You don't like being suspicious of a new friend, but that is a pretty big axe. I don't know what's got you so worried. I just want to show you my axe. Oh, of course. Makes sense. This really is... It is a really nice axe. Actually, I skipped something. Oh well. Amisia tries to catch it before it's too late, and somehow in all the wriggly struggle you end up getting cut. Like, very cut? Across both your wrists. Ow! Jesus. In fact, you don't think she could have aimed even if she had been trying. Oh, dear. Hard agree. Don't struggle. Oh, dear. You only hurt yourself more, silly. You don't want to do that, do you? No, you definitely don't want that. Not after that, not after what a butterfingers you've proven to be. Somehow you just sliced both of your wrists with an axe. That's downright impressive, to be honest. Oh my, the blood's getting thicker. I wonder if I just hold here, will I get like a game over for not going through this text fast enough? Because it seems like the blood is definitely getting thicker. We're just gonna let this sit for a minute and see what happens. And this is leading to the good ending. Yes, yes it is. Fun, huh? So if somebody could do me a favor and look up Arissa's sign. Don't tell me what it is yet, but at the end of her arc, I want to know what her sign means. Sometimes friendships require you to bleed a little, or a lot. Okay, I think the blood has actually stopped moving. Now I think we're at maximum, MSPA readers suffer for her art. I think we are at maximum, blood now. Amisia gets up to put the axe down, and you kind of lose track of her for a little while. You're bleeding all over her couch, and everything around you starts to go shiny and unreal. She comes back with a couple little jars that she uses to catch your blood. That's a good idea. You sure are making a mess. You wonder if they are specifically blood jars? They look like jam jars. Alien Jam, which is also made out of blood. Space Jam. God, you love that movie. It's been so long since you've seen it. Definitely the best PG movie about basketball. Way better than the one with the dog and the clown. Do they even have basketball here? You ask Amisia. She just shushes you and brushes your hair back off your forehead. She keeps smiling and saying comforting things. Get out of my water. God, she's such a good friend. Before too long, you do what it's honestly a goddamn shock you haven't done before now. You pass out. When you come to, you're propped up against the wall in a weird way that you wouldn't love even if you weren't an invalid, and both of your arms are jammed in the hole in the wall. The med hole, the glory hole of well-being, the magic sphincter. You grunt and pull your arms back out. They're healed. The cuts on your wrists are just two faded pink lines. Take a step away from the wall and immediately hit the ground. You may not be actively dying anymore, but you did just lose about half the blood in your body. Gosh, you're tired. A little giggle makes you turn around, or roll over since you're still on the floor and probably not getting up anytime soon. It's fine, you've met worse floors in your life. Amisia is sitting in one of her easels, her hair pulled back beneath a scarf and little round glasses perched on her nose. A jar of your blood sits next to her, and as you watch, she dips a brush in. I'm glad you're awake. I was a little worried I'd actually kill you back there. She laughs and you laugh along with her. It's very funny. Actually, everything is funny right now. It's probably the blood boss. You ask her what she's painting. You, of course. You inspired me. Well, right now it just looks like a bunch of red squiggles and some lines, but she's only just got started. She's warming up. She sits there on her stool, looking at her palette and chewing her lip thoughtfully. She looks somewhat nervous. Actually, I want to show you something. I've never shown anyone else. Something I've never shown anyone else. It's supposed to be that pusher she mentioned in the bad ending. She leaps up from her stool and crosses the studio. He rolls to the other side to keep her in your line of sight. You really hope she isn't getting another Space Jam jar. She starts turning around the canvases one by one. They're all blank, except for one, which has a little... Wait, no, that's just a shadow. Every single one of them is blank. You aren't sure you understand. You ask her if those are just new canvases that she has not gotten the chance to paint on yet. Amisia sighs. No, I've had them forever. I'm not a real painter. Oh no. Oh. There, I said it. She buries her face in her hands, talking from between her fingers. I'm really good at all the other parts. The materials and the studio. I even make all my own paints. I just can never do the actual sitting down and doing art part. Oh, this is me writing fanfic right here, is what this is. She just looks so despondent. You wish you could do something, but you don't really know much about art, and you probably can't stand up yet. You tell her that she looks like she's moving in the right direction at least. You don't even have a studio, or any brushes or stuff like that. Of course, you have no aspirations of being a painter, but you leave that part out. This is so relatable. 100% relatable. That's just it. I feel inspired for the first time ever. I think it has to be your messed up, disgusting mutant blood. There's really no other explanation. She takes a knee beside you, picking up one of your limp hands with hers. They're cold, like she's been pressing them to a glass window in winter. Usually I just finish off my contributors quickly. I don't have to deal with a bunch of injured lowbrows moaning around in my studio. But I couldn't just use your blood up all at once. You're far too special for that. Oh yeah, she's keeping you as a pet paint jar. You gaze at Amisia. A mist has descended over your vision, and is even the mist of imminent death. I have to keep this precious blood safe. I think you might be my muse. You will never escape. I love it. She is adorable, though. We have found our new Nepeta. I love it. She really cares about you, and the blood inside of you. Alright. The only route without a definitive good ending. So you say. I love this. Oh yeah, my camera, I'm not going to move it because adjusting the camera is, but it does say you will never escape behind my camera. Actually this is it's kind of perfect because it's like my face, you will never escape. Yeah. I will never escape. No. Anyway. So what is Arisia's sign, out of curiosity? Could somebody look that up for me real quick? Paint me like one of your French mutants. Oh, there it is. She is... Segura? Yeah, Segura. The sign of the Tenol. She is a prospect dreamer, and her aspect is mind. Very nice. Alright, so there you go. Blood prospect, not blood, mind and prospect. Those are the things affiliated with her sign. Okay, we are going to take a quick break, and then move on to the next one. See you in a moment, everybody. Bye-bye.